Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we will discuss on a new topic, and the topic is liberalization, privatization and globalization in India, which is shortly referred as LPG. We'll start with the first one, liberalization. What do you mean by liberalization? Liberalization refers to freeing the Indian business and industry from all unnecessary government controls and restrictions so that they can operate more freely. The Indian companies has been liberalized in the following ways. First, removal of industrial licensing expect in few. Second, freedom in taking decisions regarding expansion and contraction of business activities. Third, freedom to fix the prices of goods and services. Fourth, reduction in tax rates and removal of unnecessary controls and regulation in the economy. Fifth, removal of restrictions on the movement of goods and services. Sixth, simplifying import export procedure. And the seventh, simplifying the process of attracting foreign capital and technology. We'll move with the next is your privatization. What do you mean by privatization? Privatization means giving greater role in the private sector in the nation building process and reducing the role of public sector. To achieve this, the government adopted the policy of planned disinvestment. What do you mean by the term disinvestment? Disinvestment means transferring the public sector enterprises to the private sector. Next is your globalization. What do you mean by globalization? Globalization means the integration of our economy with the world economy. Globalization involves an increased level of interaction and interdependence among the various nations of the global economy. So, expand the term LPG, it is nothing but your liberalization, privatization and globalization. Now, we'll move on with the next topic, how far the government policy changes on business and industries. So, this is impact of government policy as with regard to business and industry. First one is your increasing competition. Second, more demanding customers. Third, rapidly changing technological environment. Fourth, necessity for change. Fifth, need for developing human resource. Sixth, market orientation. Seventh, loss of budgetary support to the public sector. First one is your increasing competition. Business houses face competition not only from existing competitors but also from multinational companies, which has happened because of economic reforms. Competition has now become global in nature. It is not confined to countries' boundaries alone. Second, more demanding customers. Increased competition in the market has widened the choice of customers in purchasing better quality goods and services. Today, customers become more demanding because they are all well informed. Many new schemes introduced to attract the customers. Production is carried on keeping in mind the demands of the customers. So, only we say that the customers is a king of the market. This has created buyer's market in the country. Third one, rapidly changing technological environment. Technology is changing at a very fast rate. The basic reason is increase in competition. The rapidly changing technology environment requires improvement in machines, equipments, process, products and services. Business enterprises have to adapt modern technology and produce world-class products to survive and grow in the market. Latest technology provides a competitive edge and helps in manufacturing better quality goods at lower cost. Therefore, big firms are now investing huge amount in research and development. Fourth point, necessity for change. Nowadays, market forces have become very dynamic. So the business enterprises have to modify their existing policies and operations from time to time. Say for example, companies like Samsung, LG, etc. keep on making changes in their products so that their products can face global competition. Fifth one, need for developing human resource. In India, there has been a huge shortage of trained personnel. New market condition requires personnel with higher competence, skill and training. So there is a need for developing human resources. As a result, compensation levels for managerial and technical services have been raised sharply. Sixth is your market orientation. Selling concept was followed by earlier firms. What do you mean by selling concept? It means production is done first and then it is sent to market for sale. But now there is a shift to marketing concept where the firms have to study and analyze the market first to identify the customer's need and produce goods accordingly. Seventh, loss of budgetary support to the public sector. Before 1991, each and every loss of public sector were to be borne by government by granting funds from budgets. Public sector enterprises realize that in order to survive and grow, they will have to improve the performance and generate their own resources. Otherwise, these enterprises have to face disinvestment. We'll recap with all the 7 points. With regard to impact, first is your increasing competition, second is your more demanding customers, third is your rapidly changing technological environment, fourth is the necessity for change, fifth is your need for developing human resource, sixth is your market orientation, and seventh is your loss of budgetary support to the public sector. Children, with the above discussion, we have come to an end of this chapter. Thank you.